Seattle World School. This is where they recently held a free clinic to get students vaccinated. But I'm told as of today, district-wide, there's still about 1,000 students who need to get their records up to date. So what that means tomorrow, if they show up to school here still not in compliance, they'll be pulled out of class and their parents will be called to come and pick them up. In Seattle, there's been a rush to get ready with free clinics over winter break to make sure the district's more than 50,000 students across 104 schools have updated immunization records to be in compliance with the new state law.
The goal of legislation like this really is never to keep kids out of school. We want kids to be in school, but it's really to protect all of the other children that are there.
Dr. Elizabeth Mead, director of pediatric quality for Swedish, says the legislation takes away the personal or philosophical option to exempt children from the MMR vaccine, so only religious or medical exemptions will be allowed. It's a timely move for lawmakers who took notice of 2 outbreaks in our state last year.
Yeah, we had 87 cases of measles that were documented cases in Washington, and certainly probably more that we didn't end up finding out about.
In some ways it was a little bit of a ticking time bomb because we were aware that there are certain parts of the state and even certain parts of the county with lower vaccination rates.
Libby Page is the immunization program manager for public health in Seattle and King County.
Measles is a very, very contagious disease, and that's why we like to see at least 95% of people vaccinated against MMR with MMR vaccine.
Well, the district says that families with students who are not up to date have been notified, and in order to attend school tomorrow, they're going to need to show that they are fully vaccinated, in the process of completing immunizations, or have a signed certificate of medical or religious exemption. Live in Seattle, Natalie Swaby, King 5 News.